Hi, this is Kristy Robinett of KristyRobinett.com, and today is Sunday, November something. I just got back from the paranormal conference at the Old Mill in Dundee, and that was a really fun time. It was exhausting, I'll be honest, which is why I look tired and a little bit worse for the wear. We got up at 6 in the morning, and we had to be there before 10 to set up the table. And then the ghost hunt lasted until 2 in the morning. And this girl's a little bit getting too old to do that with at least, without a nap. That's an insane amount of time. And then we got up around 8 a.m., and kind of did some Christmas shopping. With my crazy schedule, we're just trying to get caught up in a lot, which kind of brings me to my subject today of simplifying my life. And there's a lot that I have sort of soul searched, explored, and part of that is, and I blogged about it last week too, on taking the things in your life that you're piling on your shoulders and on your plate that aren't really helping you at all, and they can be impacting you physically, they can be impacting you emotionally, causing depression, causing even issues with regards to your friends and your family. For 16 years, I did Santa letters. And what that was is I was going through divorce. I had children, little children, and I created a business called Sent by Santa, which was writing letters for Santa Claus and personalizing them according to what their parents and grandparents and friends and such would put in the form letter. And then I would kind of unknowingly to the client, to those that bought them, use my intuition and tune into that child along with the information that they gave me and be Santa Claus, be an elf. And I did that for 16 years. It was not just a money marketing type of an idea. I actually would give back a lot of the profits to a charity cause, and I would change that charitable cause every year. It was fun. It was tear-jerking. I saw these kids get older, and I started writing for their grandkids, and kind of really insane. This year, we decided that I just can't do it. I'm doing it some if they ask me, if they're old clients, but the website is pretty much shut down, and we're going to enjoy, after many years of not enjoying a holiday because I was doing double duty with regards to my office, my consultation office, along with doing Santa letters that started October 31st. So that's one of the ways that I'm simplifying. The other ways that I'm simplifying is looking at the things that I like to do with regards to my career and creating things around that instead of the things that I don't like what I'm doing with my career. A lot of you know, I'm going to start crying. A lot of you know that if you're a Facebook follower, that I had to put my 12-year-old Australian Shepherd Guinness, I had to take him to the vet and help him cross over to the other side. Several years ago, we were told that he had cancer and that he probably only had 6 months to live, and that was 4 years ago. So he was a brave boy. I chose him before his eyes were opened as a puppy, and he had a white streak down his forehead that looked like Harry Potter, like that lightning strike. And as he got older, it shrunk. So that was a silly reason to choose him, and that wasn't the only reason. But he was my baby, and he was my kid's protector. When I went through the divorce, he stood by my side, and if there was a weird noise or if there was someone at the door, he was my protector. And I told Chuck that when we first started dating, because Guinness did not like men, that other than my dad and my family, but he didn't like guys, that if he didn't like him, if Guinness didn't like Chuck, then the deal was off. We weren't dating. And Guinness loved Chuck, and the funny thing is he drove Chuck nuts. So it was the barking, just because he was a barker, because he was a protector. They're herding, Australian Shepherds are herding dogs, and they want you to do what they want you to do. So, he started to show signs of neurological issues. He would go into like the bookcase or in the corner, and he would just stick his head in, and they call that something that I just can't think of right at this instant, but it was a neurological issue, and probably along with the cancer. And he was starting to make mistakes in the house, and that wasn't like him, and he was going to bed at like 4 p.m. and that's no way to live. And I took him to the vet, and that day he was like a puppy. He was jumping and running, and I took him to the vet and thought, God, I'm making a huge mistake. Maybe he still has, you know, some life left in him. And, you know, I said that right when I went in. I'm like, he's acting like a puppy. And they said this happens all the time. And you're doing the right thing. It's not going to get any better. And they gave him the sedative. And then I held him. And then they gave him the anesthetic. And he slowly started to pass, and he took one last breath, and he smiled, and then he passed on. And I knew that, you know, that smile was, he was with my mom, sorry, and he was, you know, with my loved ones, and he was okay. And it was hard. He took Michaela's moving really, really hard. That was his baby. And that was her baby. And he is in a better place, but it still sucks. The conference yesterday got my mind off of a lot of things with regards to that. And I appreciate all of your love and the sympathy and the messages and the text messages, and thank you. I really do appreciate that. Sorry, I gotta move this because I gotta wipe my eye. I cried yesterday too, but not because of Guinness. The stigma of what I do for a living has still sort of stayed within the psychic community, and I talk a lot about that in my lectures with regards to, you know, back in my day, according to the main population, a psychic is like Ms. Cleo and Psychic Friends Network and, you know, fakes and frauds and all of that. And there's a couple things said yesterday. I was not doing readings. I was just doing book signings and I talk and a Q&A and stuff. But there's something said that hurt my feelings, and it wasn't directed at me, but it was directed towards what I do for a living and what I love to do, what my gift is. And I actually started to cry. And I told Chuck, I said, you know, this is why, you know, it's so hard to continue to do what is abnormal. Because of, you know, people saying things that maybe they don't realize that they're saying is just plain mean, because that's exactly what it is. Especially not knowing me and not knowing how I operate and how I work. And, but it hurt my feelings. And Chuck lashes out. He, you know, then says things that he shouldn't say because that he's protecting me. And he's doing exactly what they're doing. So, it's been a rough couple days. I am going to go home and put on pajamas and chill out. Maybe with a book. Walking Dead's on tonight. What have you. Sorry I rambled today. Sorry I cried on you today. I apologize. Sorry I look like a mess today. I should just delete this, right? But I am who I am, and that's sort of what I was saying to Chuck with regards to what was said is, you know, this is who I am, and I need to own who I am, you know, and not just be a television face, and you know, show my scars and show every little bit about me. Well, not every little bit about me, but expose, you know, the emotional side of who I am. So again, thank you so much for being you, and thank you for all your love, and I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, and have a good week. I'm sure I'll talk to you soon. I believe in you. Thank you.